here. It's Kristina Dennis coming in to discuss Mindful Monday with everybody. And I'm not sure how the lighting is working. I don't think it's working that great, but you know what? This is just for fun anyway. I wanted to talk a little bit about something that I've been thinking about all weekend and sharing with other people that, you know, kind of spend their time thinking about stuff like this. And it's about the idea that if we could take a little more time on activities and things that actually, I want to see if I can fix this. Is this a little better? I don't know. Oh well. If we spend as much effort, if I spend as much effort, that's not necessarily true about me anymore. I would say that I do a little more of the healthy things. But if I feel like as a group of people, as a nation, as the time in our world right now, that we spent as much time on activities that will make us look like we're happy, if we spent that same amount of effort, time, and research on actually doing things that make us happy, figuring out what they were, not what we think they should be, how much better our lives would be, how much less money we'd have to spend, how many hours would we not have to escape from our lives. My friend and I were hanging out this morning, and she was talking about how she had seen a perfect meme about, self-care is not bubble baths or chocolate or I don't know what the third thing was. Maybe it was pedicures. I think I use that a lot. It's actually creating a life that you don't have to escape from. And I thought that was brilliant and so true. And I have to say, I'm really stoked about the fact that I've spent a lot of years learning how to do that. And it was something that I had to learn how to do, because prior to this concept that it was my job to make myself happy, that it was my job to live a fulfilled, contented life, that circumstances were going to be whatever they were, that I had to learn how to live that life for myself, I was at the mercy of everything around me, and I was grasping for ideas and straws and, other people's opinions and standards on what would make me happy. And I really wanted to look as if I was happy, because somehow I thought that would translate into true happiness. And I don't think I'm wrong for feeling that way, because I know everybody on this planet has done something like that. I mean, if you are living in a world that isn't stricken with poverty and you have to, worry about how to get your next meal to keep your children safe, I realize there's a whole part of the world that isn't necessarily going to be as I don't know, fluffy as what I'm discussing right now, but it still bears worth. It still is worth discussing. Like I said, I wish I had spent that many years in my life pursuing things that I actually really, really liked. And it wasn't on purpose that I did things that worked for other people. It was a matter of being broken and being codependent and trying to, figure out any which way to make somebody else happy so they wouldn't leave me. So I would come up with their interests. And I'm just now in the second half of my life coming to a place where I'm trying to figure out what I want to do that makes me happy, that makes me feel contentment, that gives me progress. And that's a lot of what transformational self-empowerment is all about, is just coming into this world and figuring out, how do I contribute? How do I live a contented life? And I heard it over and over again this weekend when I was listening to some speakers, that people do things nowadays just so they can post a picture on social media. And I think that it's almost the same exact thing. It's just much quicker than when I was in my 20s before social media existed, about appearing, putting up with the Joneses or keeping up with the Joneses, and putting up appearances and being your own PR person. And I was thinking about the kind of person that works a 9-to-5, has kids, and does community theater because they love acting. And realizing that that's kind of the stuff that I'm doing in here, because I love talking about how to make everybody's lives a little bit better and being more aware and more woke in this world. And that's what makes me happy. So I'm just going to keep saying and doing things like this, no matter how scattered they seem right now. And I'm going to talk about being mindful at the beginning of the week, which is on Monday, and what I can do this week in order to discern, use judgment. I now know that things, size of bodies, relationship statuses, careers, a bank account, all the things that I pursued, not because I was bad, but because I thought that was the right thing to do, are really not going to feed me on a daily basis. What feeds me is my spiritual journey and my connection to other people and my ability to learn and keep growing. And so just wanted to put that out there, the concept of how much effort are you putting into looking happy versus actually being happy. Because if you are doing things because you think that that's what will look good on your Instagram page, then you're probably exhausted, because I can't keep up with all those people that are doing that cool stuff. I need to rest. Or are you doing things, that really actually feed you, and maybe you're the only person that enjoys them, although I doubt it. I'm sure there are many other people out there that enjoy it if we speak up and tell our truth, what we like to do. So I just want to put that out there and encourage everybody to have a very mindful Monday and a mindful week this week, and start thinking about something that maybe you think is going to give you happiness, but maybe it hasn't in the past. Re-examining it. Maybe you want to do something different totally with your life. Maybe you want to do something different just with the afternoon. Let's start with that. All right, everybody. Have a good day, and I will check in later. Bye.